What's going on, guys? It's me, the Hex Guy from NYC Razor here, and today we are back with Week 7 of Season 6 of the MPL. This week we are going against Blake, my good friend, aka Moxie Infernape, coach of the Baltimore Braviaries. And it's a really scary matchup. It's a really tough matchup, especially since he did make some FA trades. On his team, he does have Victini, Keldeo, and Megaglade, all with the potential to sweep my team, along with a Salamis, which is just really scary with the Z move, and a Mimikyu, which, if probably a really bulky Willow set, can definitely stop my team, I really think, because a lot of my main physical attackers will not be able to break it, especially if it has the disguise. And if it's set up Mimikyu, that's also really scary. So, just going straight into the team matchup. And name these mons with respect to my boy Deneki. Shout out to him for hitting 1,000 subs. Yeah. So, got the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX theme here. We got Professor Crowler the Crobat. If you don't know, the reference is meant to be ironic since he lost to a vampire bat in the show. Haha, I'm funny. I hate myself. Okay. But we are running Crobat. We are running pretty much standard Crobat Black Sludge with Haze, Roost, U-Turn, and Brave Bird. Roost, U-Turn, Brave Bird are pretty similar. The reason I have Haze is for Mimikyu if it wants to set up, or if Galwade wants to go behind a sub if it's like a bulk up set, which again, he probably wouldn't run it since I do have the Crobat, but it's definitely an option. It's definitely good for Mimikyu, I think. So that's that. Then we got Bastion Masa with the Heliolisk, Choice Specs Heliolisk, of course, with Hyper Voice, U-Turn, Thunderbolt, and Dark Pulse. The reason I have U-Turn is because he does have the Donphan on his team. So if he ever expects me to go for Volt Switch, I can just U-Turn on Donphan, break the Sturdy, go out to something, kill it. Now we got, of course, Jaden Yuki, the Tapu Koko, Fairy Z Dazzling Gleam, because nothing on his team wants to take that strong of a Dazzling Gleam at all. Also, just standard Thunderbolt, U-Turn once again for the Donphan and Grass Knot, again for Donphan, and partially for the something, I forget, whatever. Once again, just max speed, max special attack, just like the Heliolisk. Then we have Chaz Princeton, the Gyarados, Sub, Dragon Dance, Waterfall Crunch. Reason I have Sub is because he does have Donphan. Donphan is really easy for me to sub up on. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for with this set. Because if I'm able to get a sub up on Gyarados, that is really good. I can also do it on things like Slow King, stuff like that. 168 speed, just to outspeed anything that goes above 262. 84 HP, Breast and Attack, Jolly. Then we got Hassleberry to Garchomp, Choice Scarf, Earthquake, Crunch, Outrage, and Dragon Claw. Yes, dual Dragon Stab, because I didn't really see any need for Stone Edge this game, or any other sort of coverage move. So I just went with the double Dragon Stab. Dragon Claw and Outrage, just because if Mimikyu goes down early, I can just start spamming Outrage. If it didn't go down right, I can just click Dragon Claw. Max Razor. And then finally we have Jean-Louis Bonaparte, the Alakazam, Focus Sash, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Focus Blast. Enough speed to outspeed a Alolan Persian. Fastest mon on his team, Rest in Bulk, Rest in Special Attack. And that is pretty much the team. So, that's the team. I'll see you when we guys get into the battle. Alright guys, here we are, back with the battle. Once again, this is Week 7 of Season 6 of the MPL. We are versing Moxie Infernape, or aka Blake, a very good friend of mine, a very good battler. And this is pretty much a battle to escape the relegation zone. So whoever wins this pretty much rises above the next person in relegation and has less of a chance right now to be relegated into the minors after this season. So this is a very important match. I really do think that we can do this. So going over his team, he basically did bring what I expected. He brought the Keldeo Victini. I don't see the Mega Glade, which I found was pretty interesting. He brought Bisharp, which it does make sense that he did bring it, but I didn't really think that he would bring it. And Salamence was also an option there, so it's not that surprising to see it. So going into the first term, he's going to lead with the Keldeos. I just lead straight with Heliolisk. Now, fearing the chance of the Scarf on Keldeo, I do switch out straight into my Gyarados, which can take any hit that the Keldeo wants to dish out right now. He's going to go straight back into the Keldeo. Knowing that he's going to do that, I'm just going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to go straight for the Waterfall, try to get off damage. And after running the Calcs, that is a very bulky Keldeo. I believe it was a pretty much max HP, maybe some Spadef investment Keldeo. I mean, defense investment Keldeo. Otherwise, it would have done a little bit more. And it does have leftover, so knowing that, I know it's not Scarf now. So, I'm going to go into Crobat, predicting the Secret Sword. He does go straight for the Icy Wind, predicting the Garchomp or the Crobat, which is a good play on his part. I'm just going to stay in here. I'm going to U-turn out. Oh no, I'm just going to go straight into Tapu Koko. And I'm just going to hit him up with this Fairy-MZ. And Twinkle tackled off the screen, get out of my face, get deleted, sent to the Shadow Realm. Goodbye. So he's going to go into the Victini here. And seeing as his Keldeo was bulky, I expected him to be a little bit bulkier Victini. So I'm just going to U-turn there with the Tapu Koko. He's going to go for Glaciate. Once again, predicting the Garchomp to come out. I'm just going to go right into the Mega Gyarados. I'm going to go for a Waterfall. He switches into Mimikyu. Mold Breaker is going to go through the Mimikyu's disguise, so that's going to put a lot of damage on the Mimikyu. And that's why Mega Gyarados was good in this matchup, due to the fact that the Mold Breaker does go through the Mimikyu's disguise. He's going to go straight for a Play Rough. And I was predicting more so of a Will-O-Wisp there, just due to my fear of a bulky Will-O-Wisp Mimikyu. And I knew I was going to get outspent, and I didn't want to get my Mega Gyarados willowed, because it did good work to his team. Also, the Play Rough probably would have knocked me out, definitely. So I switched into Tapu Koko, pretty much expecting the Will-O-Wisp. I probably should have went into Crobat predicting the Play Rough, but right here I am going to go out into Crobat. He's going to go for Shadow Claw, predicting that. That's good. At this point, I was just trying to get Life Orb damage on it before it breaks its disguise, just so it kills itself. But here, he reveals that he is actually Trick Room, which is very, very scary, because my team is really fast and really strong, and I forgot that Trick Room was even an option for him. So that's really scary for me. Here, I believe I just went for a U-turn. A Brave Bird to I didn't know if it broke if Infiltrator went through disguise or not. I think it does. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it does. So I did go for a Brave Bird here to try to knock out the Mimikyu. And basically, I didn't really see anything besides the Keldeo that I needed the Crobat for, which I still had Tapu Koko for, and Heliolisk, so just go for a Brave Bird. Here he's just going to go right into the Bisharp, and Bisharp and Trick Room is pretty scary, but he's going to go for a Low Kick, predicting the Mega Gyarados. I'm just going to U-turn out, get some nice damage on the Bisharp. He's a little Life Orb, so he's going to deal a good chunk of damage to himself as well. I'm going to go right into the Garchomp, threatening with the Rough Skin. I'm just going to go straight for Earthquake, and actually that does a lot to the Keldeo. It would be a 2-hit KO if it wasn't in Trick Room because I am Scarfed. But I am just going to stay in, predicting him to switch out. Predicting me to switch out from the Icy Wind. And now, since he's here on Donphan, I'm going to go right into the Gyarados. But he is apparently offensive Donphan, and he is going to hit me with a Play Rough as I go for Waterfall on the Keldeo. And here, I was debating whether I really needed to make a Gyarados or not, or if he was Trick Room, would he have enough on the Keldeo to outspeed my Gyarados if he was Trick Room? Because he was a very, very bulky Keldeo this game, I think. So, I wasn't sure if he had the necessary speed to outspeed my Gyarados with the small speed investment that it had, but it did. So he's just going to Secret Sword and take out my Gyarados. Here, I'm just going to be able to go free switch right into Tapu Koko. I'm just going to go fire off Dazzling Gleam, and Keldeo is gone. So that's really good for me. Here he's going to go into Victini. I know this thing isn't Scarfed or anything. My plan here was kind of just to get off some damage on the Victini before it killed me, so that I can just come in with something else and knock it out. With Crobat, probably preferably. But as you can see here, he's going to set up the Trick Room on the Victini, which is really, really scary. He's going to go for Glaciate here on my Crobat. And now the question is, would my Crobat outspeed a 0-speed Victini? And if he was just no speed, not a minus speed nature, I believe, and 31 IV, I think it only outsped by like a couple points. It only outslowed me by like a couple points. But as you can see here, Crobat is going to go down. I wasn't able to outslow him, obviously, because he was made for a Trick Room. And here, I'm just going to go right into my Alakazam, because I do have the Focus Sash, and it is my best switch-in against this Victini. So I am going to be able to knock it out with the Alakazam Shadow Ball. And Trick Room is still up here, so I knew he was just going to go for an Earthquake. So I am going to switch my Garchomp, but as you can see here, he's going to get a crit, which I don't believe mattered too much because he does have Play Rough in the back. And here, I kind of make a... Well, first of all, I think it was a pretty stupid decision to switch in the Garchomp initially. That was definitely bad decision number 1 in my book. And then my second worst decision was I clicked Earthquake instead of Outrage. And that was actually pretty bad, because I think Outrage would have killed the Donphan from this range. He could have gone to Mimikyu to block it, but the thing is, if he went to Mimikyu and set up a Trick Room, he would have taken Life Orb and Rough Skin damage, which would have killed it from one attack. And then it would have been Bisharp versus Alakazam and Tapu Koko, and I actually don't know. I feel like I could have been able to stall turns until the thing ran out, but I'm not sure. But I am going to go for Earthquake, and he's just going to knock me out with an Earthquake. And retarded play number 2, he's cussed up. And I switch in my win condition, because I did not think that he was cussed up in any way, shape, or form. I kind of expected some form of AV or offensive item, but I didn't think he was cussed up. That was one item I would not have guessed. What I should have done is I should have went into... I probably should have went to Alakazam and sacked that to the Custap Berry instead. and then went into Heliolisk. You turn into Coco. I actually think I probably would have lost the game either way. It doesn't really matter. So here, Mimikyu is just going to continuously Shadow Sneak the team, and that is going to be the game 1-0. So I played that game really damn poorly. I played like shit. I was making retarded plays that entire game. That game was just really bad. So now we are officially in the relegation zone, which I expected to find myself in sooner or later. Not really shocker to me, because I'm just that freaking bad at the game and stupid. But congratulations, Blake. Good win. Good battle. If you guys want to see more of Blake, who's a really good friend of mine, his channel link will be in the description below. If you guys want to see more MPL content, MPL channel will be in the link description below. And if you guys want to see more Chicago Bewears relegation content, you can subscribe to the channel, beat up that like button, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.